Hello everyone, today we're going to be going over the new ultimate crown abilities inside Sssnaker, and I was going to do all 10 of these at once, but then I realized it was taking me a little bit longer than expected. But we're going to go over the easiest way to get these and kind of break down what these actual skills are. So today we're going to be showing two of the ultimate skills, and this is going to be the plant ice combination. Now this will take the brand new plant skill, and it will take the ice skill that was released last time. So not the old ice skill, not the new one, but the one that was right in the middle. I typically like to go on the trials chapter 17 stage 3, and one of the key components on here is you need to have the S grade Berserk Heart. Doesn't matter what the rarity is, the big thing we want to go for is getting that first ability before even doing any battling. The second thing we need to do is we need to make sure that that first ability we're grabbing is either an ice cannon or a plant cannon. So the first one we're going to be going over is going to be Blades Convergence. And in order to get this, we need to make sure that we have 3 ice snakes with crown abilities. This can be either going in with S grade snakes, A grade snakes, or when you do get your B grade snakes to 5 stars, you'll develop a crown skill on them. When going into this trial, the first ability I need to grab either needs to be an ice or a plant cannon. From here, I just go and swipe up, and I usually hang out in this top left corner. Unless I get bored, I'll move around a little bit, but we'll camp out here until we get to stage 10, and by now we should have 3 of these boxes around that'll give us picks for new abilities. If we did end up grabbing an ice cannon before we started battle, it's perfectly okay to grab a plant cannon in either this box or the second box. But we want to make sure we have no more than 1 ice cannon and 1 plant cannon. This first box, we can pick as many of the ice star levels or plant star levels needed. Remember, we're going for the new plant and we're going for the middle ice one. Not the oldest, not the newest, the middle one. Doesn't really matter the combinations if you get only 1 ice and all plants or all ice and no plants. By the time we get to the second box, so this is where we want to make sure we have that 4-star ice ability, and then we have the 3-star plant one. And just to be perfectly clear, once again, you want to have the 3-star plant of the new one and the 4-star plant of not the old one, not the new one, but the middle one. You may have to use some gems in here to re-roll once you select them, but like I said, no more than 1 of each cannon. We only want to get the star levels. By the time we get to the third box, though, this is where you should hopefully see that ultimate crown ability. And this is going to be called Ice Blade Convergence. Now, the way this is going to work is we're going to shoot out ice blades. When one of these ice blade hits, it's going to then detonate into these smaller boomerangs like we've seen before, and then they'll kind of retract back. For reference, I was hitting for about 218,000 for a base normal attack, the ones you see in white, and when one of these main ice blades hits, I'm hitting for 6.2 million. When that splits off into the boomerangs and one of those hits, we're then hitting those for 4.2 million. And I think between the Ice Ultimate Crown and the Plant Ultimate Crown of this grouping, I think I like the Plant one a little bit better. Now, the only difference of going and getting the Ice one versus the Plant one with these is we're now going in with 3 Plant Snakes that had those crown emblems. And now we're going to try to get a 4-star Plant Crown ability of the new one and a 3-star of the Ice of the mid one. So if you did this the same way as we just did with the last one, by the time you get to that third box, you should hopefully see the ability Splash Returns. And that's going to be pretty similar to the Ice one. The only difference now is they're going to be leaf blades that are going to hit and then explode into smaller ones, come back and return. Now my attack is a little bit lower going in with the plant snakes. We're hitting for about 157,000 for base normal attacks, but those main leafs are going to be hitting for 5.5 million and the smaller ones will be hitting for 4.9 million. I also find that these things kind of get a little bit more range on them than the ice ones do, and it just seems to perform a little bit better. Don't feel bad if you're not seeing these abilities by the third box there. It takes about a 5-minute completion to go from start to finish for me, and when I don't see it by the third box, it's usually about 3 minutes. Also, don't feel bad about going and just picking whatever ability for the first one if you don't see that ice or leaf cannon. Simply pause the game, go to quit, and go back in. It doesn't cost anything inside the trials. If you guys want to freshen up on all the new skills that came from the last time we saw new crown abilities, check out this video right up over here. I'm going to try to pump out the next 4 as fast as I can for you, so keep your eyes open. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.